welcome back to the V4 Vanilla server, and today we have a special request. That's right, Exotics has bribed us, or, well, maybe paid us with this diamond block here, and he wants some flowers. That's right, he's trying to make some things look pretty. He just dropped it off at, don't know his name tag, might still be floating around up there somewhere. He needs some flowers, and we happen to be next to a flower biome. So, I could just go through and collect some, or even bone meal, but no. We're going to make this official. We're going to do an actual build, maybe right over here, something where we can automatically collect the flowers. Just got to find a good spot that will give us a nice variety of all the different kinds of flowers. So I'm going to go through and bone meal around to find where a good spot would be where we can build our flower, flower maker, flower generator, flower grower, the flower thing. Well, I have finally found the perfect spot for our flower farm. It is going to be right up at the very top of this hill, and it is of course not finished yet, but we can talk about some of the mechanics and get a few things worked out right now. Before I start trying to pretty it up, here we go. Hard to miss. We got this big chunk cut out of the ground, and this doesn't look much like a flower farm, does it? There's no building. I haven't done anything, that really looks good yet. But it's going to be okay. You'll see where I'm going with this. I don't want to make a building. I'm not going to do a built flower farm, some kind of factory farm. I want to make this look natural. I want to make it blend in, maybe even add some aesthetic appeal to the natural landscape that we will see shortly. And I don't want to ruin the view too much from my base or from Oda's base. So we're going to be planting some more trees around here to really camouflage this in. But how this works, as you can kind of get the picture where this is going, each tier here is where the flowers are going to grow. We have dispensers right about there. Underneath, they're going to be full of bone meal to grow the flowers. And then dispensers in the back that are going to release water right about over here. And that will harvest all our flowers. Wipe them off, swoop, go down this side. We kind of ran out of mountain, so it ends here. We'll have a row of hoppers to collect any drops. This side becomes a real nice little waterfall all the way down into our lake, and I think it actually looks really good. I'd be happy if that was just there all the time. Of course, it'll be cycling because we can't grow flowers if there's water there, so the waterfall is going to cycle on and off. But it looks good when it's there. And all these drops, I don't know if I'm going to collect this side up at the top before it comes over with like a row of hoppers, or collect them at the bottom. I want to throw some items in and see where they go. Because of the extra little land that sticks out here, I think all the items will flow over to only like 1 or 2 blocks. Whereas if we collected them here, we'd have to do a row of hoppers across the top and hope that nothing gets passed over, which shouldn't happen. But I want to throw in some items. I'm mostly worried about items. I'm worried about finding out where items that go over here, where they go. Oh no, I don't have the whole stack. Give me that back. I don't want to throw a whole stack of ender pearls. I just want to throw a couple. Just a few things here and there. Torches, some sea lanterns, maybe a piece of wood, an arrow. Things that won't stack. Sure, have a crafting table. I don't know. Have I thrown enough junk in here yet? Do we have an idea? Let's really throw something on this first block, so we can try to get one on every block here. Alright, let's watch where they go. I guess we don't need to watch, we just need to go down to the bottom and find out where they're going. Don't take too long, they go down pretty quick. We shouldn't need ice on the edge or anything like that to speed any of it up. And it looks like everything is going down. It's hard to tell what block they're actually on. See, it looks like some of them are up. See how they're doing that glitchy fall down thing? So, what is it? The redstone dust, redstone torch, and 1 sea lantern are actually up on top of this block. And the rest are somewhere in these 4 here. Like the arrow and the torch wood made it all the way out to this one. So it looks like if we wanted hoppers, we'd... Well, I could take that down. We might need like 4 or 5 here. Yeah, some are on the front. Some are definitely on this back block, and then there were a couple up here. Not the tightest spread. I was hoping they'd only be on like 2 blocks. Just so we could have fewer hoppers. They'd be a little bit hidden. I guess I could use minecart hoppers underneath those blocks, and then you wouldn't even see them. Did I say minecart hoppers? That's what I meant to say. Underneath those blocks, and then you would not even see them. I could also do the same thing here. But I would not be worried about hiding them here. Anyway, that's going to be something for me to figure out in the next step as I get to worrying about the mechanics of this thing. Mostly building a giant rail track underneath of this, because we're going to have a minecart going around that's going to hit detector rails to trigger all of the dispensers, both for the water and the bone meal. Yeah, going to be fun. I got a lot of rail here. That's not even going to be enough. I need to go get more. But that's going to be the next step. Check it out, check it out, check it out. It might look the same to you guys, but believe it or not, we now have a functioning flower farm. That's right. I'm going to go turn it on, and then I will do a little walk around so we can see what it does. I have the on switch. Where'd it go? Right here now. Somewhere hidden over here. It's obviously not going to stay here. Oh, there we go. The cart is on its way. I probably will build a little building over on the side of this mountain for the on switch and to collect the flowers. But here it comes. It's going to start doing its thing. There it goes. It's growing flowers. Look at them go. Look at them go. All the flowers. We've got lots of different tulip kinds. We've got whatever those purple things are, and then we get poppies down at the bottom. So we don't get quite everything, but it's a pretty good mix. And the tulip ones are probably what I am most concerned with. There you go. So you see the first time around the cart's going to grow the flowers and then release the water. The next time around it's trying to grow flowers again, but it can't. Turns off the water. And I'm fine with that. Yeah, we're wasting like 1 bone meal per trip because it's trying to grow flowers when there's water, so nothing happens. But that's fine with me. That's fine with me. Now it's going to come back. Oh, here it comes. Come on, more tulips. Up into the white tulip section. Getting kind of empty. Not many flowers this time around. It's hit or miss. Sometimes you'll get 3 or 4 flowers per bone meal, and sometimes, you know, some of them are lacking. We're going to hop over to this other side. Whoop, I don't want the tulips yet. And underneath, this is how it all goes. You see this minecart? It is the only thing going around right now driving this whole thing. It goes underneath each dispenser, which is filled with a little bit of bone meal. I need to come through and put some more in here. Right now, I can load up all these hoppers too, so we have about 25 more spots that I can load in. Need to get a lot more bones for that to happen. But it goes through all of these guys, comes back down. Oop, ran into it. It didn't care. This is just kind of a delayed time. It goes through a little weaving section, gives time for the water to clear out, so that when it is hitting these dispensers, when it needs to grow the flowers, there's not still water on the grass. Let's come back up here to the top. The last thing to talk about would be the lights. You have to have some lights in here, otherwise when the water comes out, it will turn to dirt. But if we have enough light, then the grass will stay. So we have these lights on the sides and in the middle, and nothing is turning to dirt, even at night, when the water is flowing over the top. And now I come down here. This is where I've been throwing all the flowers so far, is into these hoppers. And I have a few more at the bottom, which I've been emptying out every time. So we can go see what we've collected so far just from these... What is this? Maybe 5 cycles? Look at them go! And this is... Oop, I'm not going to make it. We get the nice waterfall here, too. It looks really good. Looks really good. Let's go check it out down here. Looks like I might need to move this a little bit. We're getting some flowers that are landing on this block right here. just some poppies and seeds usually. I don't know if that's because of where they're being grown up there, if it's only the last tier that grows poppies is the only one that can land out here. But anyway, let's see what we get just from those 5 cycles. I've been talking for what, maybe 4 minutes, and we already have a few tulips, some azure bluettes, and some seeds, which we will throw away. I'm not going to be keeping those. Lots of tulips. Anyway, looks good. Ooh, orange one getting away from me. That is one functional flower farm right there. Really happy with how it came out. But we are not done, because we need to make it look good. I said I wanted to make it look natural, and while grass and dirt could arguably be called natural, it doesn't look good by any stretch of the imagination. So that is what my next endeavor will be. I'm going to go turn this off and start trying to make it look a little pretty. Alright guys, I do believe that we have gone from being functionally done to completely done. We've got a brand new, pretty large building down at the base of the hill here for kind of our central operations for the flower farm. And we've got it well covered up by a lot of trees right now that kind of look a little out of place coming from the emptiness of this little plateau. But as things get filled in and we landscape this area, this will probably all end up being forested, and it'll look okay. The building itself, the upstairs is empty, and you can't even get to it. So we're going to look at the downstairs. It is pretty simple, straightforward, on and off for the farm. We'll go ahead and turn it on. And then storage for all our flowers, which we have not hooked up yet, so I'm going to go do that right now. The building design, pretty simple, sticking with like a village theme, kind of like our breeder over there, as opposed to the whatever funky kind of style we have in the other part of the base. You can see it from the side. It looks good. It's simple, yet it has some detail in it. Oh, and here comes our waterfall. You saw it for a second there. I stoned up the waterfall and make it look a little more like a waterfall and less like water just flowing over the side of some dirt. So we've got cobble, andesite, stone, and gravel in the waterfall. It comes down, all this down here, excuse me, is actually, we're not even using this anymore. And you can see we only had poppies, a single tulip, and some random ink sacs in there, and I will show you why. It has since been removed, so we can take out those hoppers completely. And that is because we have extended this storage straight across. So we're catching all of the flower drops from these tiers. Come on, tulips. Look, that's a pretty good round. Not bad. Got some nice orange tulips, some white ones up top. And all of the drops are going to be collected by these hoppers right here. Nothing gets past them. And I'm not even going to bother growing anything on these 2 tiers here, because it only grows poppies. And I don't need poppies because I've got my iron farm over there, which gets me all the poppies I need. So instead, we're just going to make this look natural too, like a riverbed with the rock in there, and then we don't have to worry about collecting drops down at the bottom at all. So the last part, you can see it's much more difficult to get around in here. No, get out of the water! With all the trees, but you cannot see this at all. Like, it blends in completely, even if you're over on the hill from Oda's base over there. It looks good. It just looks, I'm looking in the wrong direction and falling off a mountain. Come on, there we go. See, it just looks like trees. It's just a forest. It looks good. You can't tell that it's some kind of flower farm or anything going on. We're gonna go underneath and look at our collection system as well. If I can make it in there, I can barely get in the hole anymore. This is our collection right here. I just keep falling down holes. It all goes into this chest. You can see we're getting quite a lot. We do have seeds and a lot of white tulips. White tulips is definitely the most of what we're getting, but we get all the tulips. We get pink, we get the red, we get the orange, and then we get the other variety of flowers as well. We don't get the yellow flowers. I'm fine with that. I don't really need them. And the poppies, we get a few, but I don't need those either. So they all are going to go into this water stream here. And let me get some block. There's a block. They're all going to go into this water stream, which goes into our storage room. But there is one stop. This hopper here is our seed filter. So any seeds that come through are going to get caught by that filter and then spit out and burned in the fire. So we will not hopefully have to worry about seeds in our storage room. I want to set this thing off. I just need to start moving everything into our dropper. Toss those flowers in as well, sure. And we can see it. I can't see it. You can't see it. Come on. There we go. Oh, I'm picking them up now. Too close. They're all getting shot out. They're going to all start ending up down in our storage room. Kind of want to go see that. Kind of want to go see it. These two, we used to have 2 dispensers here. They're gone now. Don't need them. We've got everything full of bone meal and ready to go. So I think I'm just going to leave this whole farm on for a little bit and let it run. So to see what kind of flowers I get. I've got a lot of bone meal. I think I just said that. So we shouldn't have to worry about running out anytime soon. And if I do, it's not too hard to fill it back in. There's plenty of bones between skeleton farm at spawn, skeleton farm at my base, the mob farm at spawn. Come on, get down the hill. Let's go back to the storage room one more time here. Come on. Don't fall down the ravine. And we should hopefully start seeing some things. I think they'd be in... Where would they be? This chest? Yeah, there they are. Oh, we're getting some seeds. It looks like I may need to go through and add a second hopper to the seed filter to make sure it's sucking everything up. Because right now it looks like when it spits too many seeds, it can't handle it. So we're filtering out some seeds, but not enough. And that's okay. At least I don't mind going through here and ditching them out, but I've got the filter. I might as well just expand it so that it actually works. But this is it. This is it. This is really cool. I'm glad to have another fully automated flower farm, or another farm period, but the fully automated flower farm is really cool, something I've never built before, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. We still clearly have to do landscaping around here, but I'm going to tackle that as part of another project because I need some kind of path, probably suspended slightly off of this wall and above the water, that will wrap around the edge of the lake to get over to the breeder as well, and access to any other buildings we might come up with in this area. But that is going to be it for me today. I already have my helmet off, so I don't need to do that one. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the flower farm, and I will see you in the next one.